here's what I want to say, and I honestly, I understand I'm preaching to the choir here. Everything about this is wrong. You know it, and I know it. But I actually know it better than most because I helped build that organization, and that's why I am almost the perfect person to discern what is normal and what is abnormal in terms of what happened. And I want to be clear, we're not here to make assumptions, okay? And we wouldn't have to make any assumptions if Turning Point USA could just...
Some of the biggest voices in conservative media just exposed something the world was never supposed to hear. Joe Rogan and Candace Owens, two people who almost never stand on the same side, are suddenly united over one explosive truth. And at the heart of it all is Charlie Kirk's widow. Ever since Charlie's unexpected death, the internet's been drowning in rumors, twisting faster than the facts could catch up. But when Rogan and Owens finally spoke out, the entire story took a dark and unexpected turn.
But I was so clearly deluded in the immediate aftermath of his death that I was operating under this function. I mean, I truly believed that I would be fighting for answers to what actually happened on 9/10 alongside Charlie.
They weren't just raising questions, they were exposing connections no one else had the courage to trace. Behind closed doors, hidden meetings, strange live streams, and quiet whispers of betrayal began to surface, all pointing to something far darker inside the movement than anyone ever imagined.
The point that I'm making here is that I had assumed, clearly wrongly, that we'd all maybe be on a group chat communicating, raising hell and demanding answers from the feds, from the police, from the White House even. Certainly, at the very least, pointing out the very many holes in this story. And if any one of us had the audacity or the desire to carry on Charlie Kirk's show, that would be the appropriate venue for asking those sorts of questions. But no, I was wrong. Silence. Silence is what we were met with. In fact, I am told that these people believe the official.
This story isn't only about loss, it goes deeper into what happens when truth crashes headfirst into raw power. And now comes the detail that's got everyone talking. Owens and Rogan say the official version of Charlie's death doesn't add up, and their doubts are opening a door no one expected.
Look at this face. As of the recording of this video, we're only 16 days out from a supposedly brutal, horrific assassination of the love of her life, of the father of her two children. And she's acting like it kind of didn't happen. Are we going to hear about the Romanian angels situation? Are we going to hear her address what some people are saying, that she's been banned from Romania for a certain thing that people are accusing her of? 16 days out. I would expect this maybe from somebody 16 months out. But I have grandparents, and I know people, and you probably do too, that still mourn the loss of a loved one who wasn't taken during a horrific assassination or some kind of unexpected accident. Something where maybe a loved one was struggling with cancer for a couple years, going through chemotherapy, and the doctor's like, well, get your things in order because so-and-so only has 6 months or 12 months. And even after that, you don't recover like this. Even after preparing yourself 16 days out from the actual demise of the individual that you say you love, am I tripping? Or is this as bizarre to you as it?
The timing, the people closest to him, even the strange reactions that followed. None of it sits right. But the real question is, what are Rogan and Owens actually hinting at?
Something that's actually factually inaccurate,
right,
according to the narrative. Now, let's be real clear. I don't necessarily think they know what's going on yet. There's a lot of weird going on with the world.
And why is Charlie Kirk's widow suddenly trapped in the center of all this chaos? Insiders claim that what went down behind those closed doors could flip everything we thought we knew about Charlie Kirk completely on its head and expose a truth no one was ready for.
I told you that I had a source who was actually on the ground the day that Charlie was shot, somebody who was in law enforcement. I remember my source telling me something about how they were trying to keep everybody very tight-lipped. And so I went back through our messages and I found this. So on September 27th, my source said, "I can't talk about it yet. Admin is on high alert about leaks. Blank advised anyone leaking information about this case would receive heavy reprimand." And I said, "I'm convinced this was a hit, dude. This Tyler Patsy thing stinks to high heaven." So everyone is being very tight-lipped. Oh, for sure, bro. Once I got on scene, I could tell something was very wrong. And I was thinking about our conversation. I was thinking about a couple of other things he was talking about. And I remembered that one of the things he was also talking about was the fact that he verified with UVU officers at UVU campus, that Charlie's team wouldn't coordinate with them regarding security, which I thought was really weird. Now, I don't know the exact protocol with this. I don't know if this is a normal thing. Is it not weird that the guest security wouldn't coordinate with the officers on campus?
But that was only the beginning. Before everything went dark, Charlie Kirk wasn't just another name in politics. He was the face of an entire movement. The mastermind behind Turning Point USA, the man who turned college debates into national spectacle. Whether you admired him or despised him, one thing was certain: Charlie had power and the kind of enemies who don't argue, they eliminate. And through it all stood Erica Kirk, calm, graceful, the loyal partner always smiling beside him at every event. But the moment Charlie was gone, that perfect image shattered. Within hours, Erica went live, trembling, yet oddly composed, thanking the first responders and vowing that Charlie's mission would live on. Some viewers said it was too calm. Others swore it looked rehearsed.
Because I really want to see how she pulls this off. She is a horrible actress. We saw this. We saw this immediately after his assassination. Do you remember? When she recorded herself, she videotaped herself stroking the hands of her dead husband while he's lying in the casket. It was some creepy ass shit. Then we saw that cult rally that was supposed to be a memorial for her husband. They held it at a fucking stadium with fireworks. No family, no lifelong friends spoke at this thing, just politicians and friggin' political hacks. And then she gets up there and says, "That young man who murdered my husband, I forgive him." Remember that? Not a fucking tear anywhere in sight. It was the worst acting I think I had ever seen in my life. So you're damn right I'm going to be watching this interview.
Some said she was just in shock. But then something unexpected happened. She disappeared. No interviews, no statements, no public appearances for weeks. And when Erica finally resurfaced, it wasn't at a memorial or charity event. It was inside a closed-door meeting with Turning Point's top insiders. That's when the whispers began. Whispers about money, power, and the quiet battle over who would really control the empire Charlie left behind.
And I want to be clear, we're not here to make assumptions, okay? And we wouldn't have to make any assumptions if Turning Point USA could just tell the truth. They could just be open and they could be honest about everything. Okay, I obviously went out to both Mikey McCoy and Andrew Colbert for a statement. Asked those two questions. Hey, who were you on the phone with? What's going on here? No response. Weird. Because if that was me and I saw clips going viral and people were drawing conclusions from that clip, thinking that I was already on the phone, thinking that my reaction was weird, I would instantly hit back. I'd say, here's my call log. You want to know who I was on the phone with? 911, obviously. I was freaking out. I called 911. I didn't know what I was doing. Here's my phone. Here's my whole call log for that day. But this is, I don't know. I guess we live in a world where that doesn't make sense. I would have issued a statement to dispel any rumors, but they have not. Here's what I want to say, and I honestly, I understand I'm preaching to the choir here. Everything about this is wrong. You know it, and I know it. I actually know it better than most because I helped build that organization. And that's why I am almost the perfect person to discern what is normal and what is abnormal in terms of what happened at that college campus event. In fact, when I did my tribute to Charlie, this is unbelievable. Remember, just after he died, I posted a video to my friend Charlie Kirk, and I shared a clip of him at a college event, and he and I were laughing, and I'm going to show you that clip in a second. And I said, I don't even know which college this is when I showed the clip because I didn't know what college it was. And unbelievably, it was UVU. I kid you not. Let's rewind.
People began to wonder, was Erica grieving or managing? That's when Candace Owens entered the picture with claims that turned the story from a tragedy into a full-blown conspiracy. According to her, Charlie's real enemies weren't on the outside. They were standing right next to him. Candace Owens has never been known to play it safe, and when she stepped into the Charlie Kirk conversation, everything exploded. The two had history. They built Turning Point together, rose through the same ranks, and for years, Candace called Charlie her brother in arms. But after his death, that loyalty started to look complicated. In a viral live stream, Candace finally broke her silence, and she didn't hold back. She claimed that in the weeks before his death, Charlie was under massive pressure from people he trusted. Her words hit like a shockwave. He was changing. He was starting to ask questions they didn't want him asking. She didn't name names, but everyone knew who she was hinting at: insiders, board members, and yes,